Once you've finished your Instagram cash page setup, we are ready to go into the content. We're ready to grow followers, because without followers or attention, you won't make any money, you won't generate any income, because you can't convert that attention into money, income, or profit, however you might want to call it. We're going to go over some Instagram rules that I've used in the past and that we've used in the past, and I highly recommend to follow in order to make it easier for you to grow a cash page. The first and most important, not the most important one, but a very important one, is forget YouTube videos and forget tips and tricks. The problem with YouTube videos and tips and tricks is there is no real tips and tricks when it comes to growth on Instagram. There's only fundamentals that you can follow, and especially with cash pages, there isn't any YouTube video specifically for cash pages anyway, because cash pages is quite a new thing, and you want to take advantage of the new movement that's coming up, and there won't be any videos on YouTube that will show you how cash pages work specifically on Instagram. There are no tips and tricks, there's only fundamentals. So this is specifically why we also focus on cash pages, to give you all the information that you need. We're going to supply you with everything that we've used in the past, that our students have used, past affiliates of ours in the past couple of years or months have used. We're going to supply you with everything here in cash pages, so you don't need anything else. And this is also why we have the efficiency trio, like the 10x opportunities. This is why we have the automation secrets. This is why we have the money accelerator. This is why we have the rapid growth accelerator. We've made all of these sub-modules or sub-products specifically for you to 10x every part of the business that you want to 10x. And if you want to 10x a specific part of your page, for example, you want to automate, or you want to have rapid growth, we have the specific trio, these specific sub-modules created that you can join. As always, where do you find these? You can always find them in the description under here. Remember, we currently have, I think, $100 off on all of them, apart from the automation secrets. Make sure to take a look at that. The second rule is consistency is highly rewarded in business. I know you've probably heard this a lot, okay? But let me explain it once more, please. Once more, very important. Consistency, what does it actually mean? Consistency is highly rewarded in business. Well, maybe you know him, maybe you don't. This is Andy Elliott. He's a very popular salesman on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube. Imagine he would not post. He would just stop posting stories for 2 days. Imagine he would do that. Or he would just stop posting stories for or reels for 2 days. What do you think would happen? It's a disaster, because it proves that his team is not capable to post. He's missing out on a ton of profit, and it also looks weird because he doesn't keep growing. If you don't stay consistent for at least when you're, for example, starting your own cash page, or you have one already, if you don't do this for 1 or 2 months consistently, where are you going to get? You're not going to get anywhere. You got to stay consistent and actually put in the work, because the people that stay consistent, they're going to run past you, and you want to be the one running past others, right? If you join cash pages, all of our students here, the information here is made to run past all the competition that you have. And there isn't a lot of competition in cash pages currently, or for cash pages on Instagram. So make sure you stay consistent with your story promotions, with your reels, with your outreaches, or if you want to have any outreaches soon, it obviously takes a lot of time until you need outreaches. With your story promos, with your reels, with your content, with your messages, make sure you stay consistent, and especially also finding new information, learning, educating yourself. For example, in cash pages, you gotta stay consistent. It's so important. Third one, ideal posting frequency. Usually, posting more doesn't equal better growth. Now, Instagram works differently on every single person, but 1 or 2 times per day is enough to post. Right? You do not need to post 3, 4, 5 times a day. Absolutely not, to grow. You can post once a day or twice a day. There's people who post 3 times a week and it works out perfectly, but usually once or twice a day is a very, very good frame to follow on Instagram, especially in 2024 now. Number 4, archive instead of deleting content. Many people don't know that you can archive the content instead of deleting it. Why should you archive instead of delete? First of all, because you still have access to the data and everything, because that might be quite interesting. And you obviously have a lot of different possibilities to put stuff back on your page and to archive them. So instead of deleting, just archive the content that you don't want to have on your page. 5th, maximum 10 reach outs per day if you have under 10,000 followers. Reach outs is if you message new people, you by yourself. Now, this doesn't apply to ManyChat. ManyChat can reach out, or ManyChat can send messages to a lot of people in a day, maybe 100 or 200 even. That won't do anything. But you gotta make sure that you don't reach out to new people more than 10 a day if you have under 10k followers, because Often people might get action blocks, and you definitely don't want to get an action block because it can lower your reach in the long run, and you definitely don't want that. So yeah, it's not anything with ManyChat, but when you reach out, when you message new people, make sure to not message 10 new people for a new business, for example, a day, if you have under 10K followers. And the sixth and last one, and this is probably the most important one, is networking is key. Because only if you meet new people, if you meet other business partners, if you meet collaboration partners, you will actually start growing. And this is also specifically why we have the high profit process. This is where all of the ambitious students in Cashpages come together. We have calls together. We have a community together. This is where we talk, and we exchange information that's super important to actually get to that 5 to 10K for most people, right? Preparation process, absolutely. You gotta have everything. You gotta have the growth accelerator, money accelerator, automation secrets in order to hit all of this. Obviously, this doesn't only have to be in the high profit process. If you decide to join the high profit process later down the line, you can do this on Instagram as well. You can reach out to new people on Instagram who are in the same niche, or you can also follow our Instagram, Elite IG Martin, for example, my one, or my business partner Lex one is Lex short form content, Lex SFC. You can follow a network on Instagram specifically, or in the high profit process with our other successful and ambitious students. We're now ready to go into the content. Make sure you have everything ready and you followed everything in the setup of your cash page. If you have a cash page already, make sure to follow through everything once again if you forgot certain things, or you can add certain things, because these are the ones that just perform best currently and that we are using currently. So let's get ready. Let's get into the content. Now it's getting very interesting because we're going to grow followers. We're going to convert attention into money.